Well, we should be in for another couple of warm days, but it sounds like that may not last too much longer. Let's get the details from Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
That is definitely the case. We are going to come back eventually to reality early next week and more in October-like weather. But in the meantime, we got a couple warm days, and we also have another potentially great opportunity for the Northern Lights, which we saw earlier this week, and we saw quite a few during the past summer, including all the way back to May as the solar cycle we begin to reach maximums early next year. So we have a couple solar storm. Well, we actually have one main solar storm that should impact the area potentially Wednesday. Now, that'll be during the daytime, so obviously the sun's out. It looks like it should be strong enough to continue throughout the night. In fact, it could reach levels that make it even visible to the naked eye, not just with a phone, too. So we'll see if this continues. We'll update this. They really won't know too much information until it gets at least close and starts impacting some of the satellites on the way towards Earth. But once that happens, we could see a long period of potentially some great auroras, and of course the weather's going to pan out because we have clear skies going ahead. The other, in fact, you might actually see a little bit is more milky skies over the next couple days because of the smoke aloft from the fires in Wyoming and Idaho. It should stay aloft, but you might see more of that coming throughout the days tomorrow all the way through Friday, which sometimes does create some great sunsets, but it shouldn't be much more than that. As I mentioned, warm temperatures Thursday, Friday. We potentially could see a few 80s out there. Cooler as we get to Saturday. A front's going to slide south. We're going to turn the winds around, so 60s, but that's not far from where we should be this time of year. The bigger chance comes on Sunday, but we might have a few showers, and as I've emphasized, might, more as you go further north Saturday night going to Sunday as we get even colder air coming down for Sunday. But for tomorrow's highs, a few locations getting close to the 80-degree mark, otherwise about 15 degrees above average. South wind, plenty of sun, a very nice warm day once again. Friday, we're going to start off fairly warm. Overnight lows actually might be in the 50s, so a warm start. That means we'll have a warm, almost 80. We will have more clouds coming in the picture, and that front will come later in the day. As we kind of time out, eventually we will see that front, and really with this front is going to be a wind shift, and then eventually more cloud cover. And that wind shift will be in the afternoon towards the evening hours. So high school football is probably going to be fine weather-wise, but we might have some gusty winds, that wind about 10 to 15. Once that comes through, it slides to the south. Another system approaches, and eventually it comes through Saturday night, and then it forms a nice low pressure to our east. This will provide maybe a shower chance going in, but I think Sunday, really you're going to feel the difference as this low parks off to the southeast. We get this north flow around it, some showers and some gusty winds. That's going to usher in a much colder air mass throughout the day. In fact, we're going to be below average as we go throughout early next week. We're talking about 5 to 10 degrees below average for at least Monday and Tuesday. So back to reality there. As you see, the temperatures drop back into the mid-50s. Now, overnight lows next week definitely are going to be in the 20s and 30s. So growing season for all the areas will pretty much be done by that. But in the meantime, enjoy the summer-like temperatures Thursday, Friday, and the aurora possibly tomorrow night. And then we'll get back to reality for October weather next week.
There we go. It's on the way.
Back to reality.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Greg.